Hi friends, welcome to day 5 of my Python learning journey. Today we are learning one of the most useful and powerful parts of Python, which is functions. So functions help us organize code, avoid repetition, and make our programs easier to understand. So let's jump right and break it down. What is a function? A function is a block of code that only runs when it is called. We use functions to group actions together and give them a name. So let's take an example. We have, so let's say we have this one. When you see define, it means we are defining a function. So define is defining a function, and this one is our function. So you can see even here, define the function. So we are trying to say print welcome to the area calculator. Okay, so, and this one can't run alone, so you have to call it. Remember, you've defined it, you print what you want to see on the screen. Now you have to call it so that you can be able to see it. So when you want to call it, we just use the function itself. And make sure you don't forget the indentation. So the moment you run this code, it will print welcome to the area calculator. So let's try. You see, welcome to the area calculator. So that's how you define a function and you call it. The second thing is functions can have parameters. We can also give our functions some information called parameters, so they can do more. So instead of the function being blank or empty, here we can add some parameters. Let's say we add something like name, and then instead of saying welcome to the area calculator, we say print so in this case we are trying to call yeah so in this case we have defined the function and we've added a parameter inside the function. So in this case we'll just say greet Lucy. So let's add, so the moment we print this, we will get hello name. What is our name? It's Lucy. So we will have hello Lucy. Let's say we have another greet here. So it's greet John. So the moment we run this, let's run it, we see what we will get. So it's saying hello Lucy, hello John. So this is how you define a parameter inside a function. So you can also have functions that they don't just print, they even calculate and return results. That's when you're using, maybe you want to do some mathematics here and there. But that one, let's see when we are doing the project. Our simple project here is area calculator. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to do a cool project that will help us to know how to use functions in our program. So let's start with, when you're starting a project, remember, always include comments. So comments tell us what we are trying to do in our code. So let's say comment. So remember, comments, they start with hash. So we will create a simple calculator that can compute area let's say area of a rectangle. So we are going to use a function to calculate the area. Okay, so let's start. Remember, when we are defining a function, we start with define. So define calculator area, and then here we have our parameters, which is length and width. So let's remember, don't forget the indentation. It's very, very important. It's very key. So calculate. So in this case, let's first of all return. So we return length and width. Remember, here we are multiplying the area of a rectangle is length and width. So we are multiplying length and width. So let's tell the user to enter the length. We have a variable which is length. So we tell them input the length of the rectangle and also input the width of the rectangle. And finally, we have the area which is length and width. And from there, we print the area of the rectangle is area, which is the length and width. So the user will be able to enter maybe a certain number which will represent the length, and also they will write a certain number which will represent the width, and we will be able to calculate the Python will be able to calculate the area. Yeah, and now the code will prompt the user for the length and width of a rectangle. So this shows how functions make our code reusable, clean, and beginner friendly. So let's try to run this program and we see if we are able to calculate the area of a rectangle that we need. So let's run it there. So we are prompted to enter the length of the rectangle. Let's say it's 20. The width of the rectangle, probably 15. You see, the area of the rectangle is 300. So our Python has done the calculation and it has given us the output. So the reason as to where we are getting this, the area of the rectangle is this one, is because we used formatting strings here. Remember the F here, it means F strings. So you use an F and then a string. Remember in our earlier lesson we said a string is any text or any message inside the double quote or single quotes. So this is how you format Python programs in a good way. Yeah, that was our day 5 of Python learning and of beginner series actually. And today we learned how to define and call a function, how to pass parameters and return values, and how to use functions in small projects like calculating a length of a rectangle. So in the next session, we'll explore lists and tuples and how to store and manage multiple pieces of data in Python. If you're enjoying this series, hit that like button and also subscribe and leave a comment on what you built today. And remember, one function at a time, you'll get better. So cheers, see you on the next one. Make sure you comment and we continue growing and learning.